Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel. We're back in England, deja vu, cruising around the M25 on our way to something really quite exciting that I haven't actually told you all that much about, but today we're going to Lamborghini Pangbourne in my Huracan STO to go and reveal a certain car that they might have made for dirt tracks and off-roading. You probably know what I'm hinting at, but we're driving in this car for the first time since the Gumball 3000 leg to the Swiss Alps. I last drove this up the hill to Verbier before Turbo Tony took it onwards to transport it back home. Well, today, unfortunately, it looks like the rain is starting, but that's not going to ruin the fun because this is something I might have teased a while back upon its initial introduction. But yeah, we're heading to Pangbourne for an exciting day ahead. Quite excitingly, there might be one of these finding its way to the Shmeeting, but we're going to talk more about that a little bit down the line, so stay tuned for exactly what I mean on that front. I don't think too many people picked up on that one at the time. That was at the global unveiling in Miami of the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. Well, in cliched fashion, we're on a congested motorway here in the UK. The rain is starting, pretty much what you expect, despite the fact that it's July. It's summertime, it should be nice, it shouldn't be like this, and I think we're about to come to a complete standstill as well, but let's not let that put a downer on the mood, because today we're heading to Pangbourne, the same dealer where I bought this car just shy of 2 years ago now, this STO, which is actually coming up to 8,000 miles. It's done a fair amount of driving. We had the yellow accents, we've changed them to the white accents, but don't fear, the Sterrato is not a replacement to this. In fact, it belongs to my crazy friend who owns the final Lotus Elise Cup 250 that you've seen in the garage a few times. He has the very first customer Sterrato. It actually arrived over a month ago at the dealer, but that was a couple of days before we went to Gumball 3000, which of course meant that I didn't have time to go and film this video for you guys, but we're heading out today, and this particular Sterrato is pretty out there. It's rugged, it's raw, it's what the nature and character of the car is all about to begin with, not for doing things like this, but for driving in the wilderness, in the wild, and I'm looking forward to seeing it myself for the first time. At the moment today, we're just going to be seeing it at the dealer, revealing it, showing you around the spec, meeting up with Craig from Lamborghini Pangbourne, and just enjoying an outing in this car, because I last drove this in Switzerland, and it's now back here, it's been through the motions, it's a car that has now driven a leg of Gumball 3000. But alas, this is not what I had planned. This is not the exciting open road I had hoped for, but then we are in the UK, so I should never have expected otherwise. Let's make our way to Lamborghini Pangbourne and get ready to reveal this new Sterrato. Well, multiple sections of traffic later, and we're finally unleashed. In fact, let me pop this into manual and drop down some gears, because we've got a bit of dual carriageway, and that means a V10 to enjoy. Those downshifts are just absolutely ludicrous. Deafen the people that were just standing there at the roundabout. But no, as it opens up here, this is what we like. My word. The thing with the Sterrato is it has this engine, the 640 horsepower 5.2 litre NA V10, but it also happens to have more ground clearance and the ability to be hurtled down dirt roads. And in fact, there was a super cool video that Lamborghini did with an STO at the Nordschleife and with a Sterrato, this car being on the tarmac and the Sterrato being on the grass off the side. I mean, like, how cool is that? Anyway, last little stretch now, finally, less than 10 minutes away from Lamborghini Pangbourne, which means actually being able to reveal to you this new car and telling you what the plans are a little bit more for what's in store ahead. We're now in the little sleepy village of Pangbourne, which is home to a Lamborghini dealership. And the last time I was driving this car here was the, I can say, mistake now of bringing it for sale, because this year we've had the fantastic 60th anniversary events and opportunities with it, but the dealer is just here. We have a pretty epic lineup of supercars right outside, and in the showroom I spot something a little bit taller than normal under a cover. I'm not sure how much of that you can see right now, but the guys are here. There's a perf just there. In fact, performantes everywhere. I'm going to pop this right in front of the showroom windows, because of that, on my right, inside, is what we've come to see. Before we go inside to see the car that I'm very aware right now you probably can't even see with the reflections on the showroom windows, out here we have a whole lot of Lamborghinis which you could call Supercar Madness. Now, talking Supercar Madness, I'm going to be at Supercar Madness at Circuit Zolder this weekend, Sunday the 9th of July, Circuit Zolder in Belgium. There are going to be all sorts of supercars, performance cars. I'll be doing a meet and greet. There's going to be track action with GT3 cars from the likes of Bentley, Porsche, Ferrari, blasting around the track. We're also going to be able to see all sorts of drag racing, different supercars taking onto the track as well. There's going to be a lot going on, plenty for all to see and enjoy. So make sure to get your tickets. Come on down to Circuit Zolder this Sunday the 9th of July. I will see you there. We're going to have some supercar madness. Now, quite literally here, we've got Lamborghini Huracans, we've got Uruses, there's an SVJ tucked in just up there as well. But we're of course here for the car that's inside here at Lamborghini Pangbourne. Let's go on in, find Craig, go and reveal the car, run through the details, and then we're also going to head and find out all about the owner's information packs and the things that this comes with that you won't know about. Let's head on in.
Good afternoon, welcome back, Tim.
Good to see you.
Great to see you too.
Exciting day.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you think this is or what it is. It looks like a cake.
It does. This is not the normal kind of shape you expect to see here.
No, and the car cover's obviously not for that car. That's an Urus car cover because of the shape we have, which you will see shortly.
And everybody can probably guess what's going on up here.
Yeah.
Should we get straight to this and uncover it before we
Yeah,
get
of course.
details?
I'm just going to call in some help with my security guard and salesman, Roberto. All right, you ready?
You're ready.
To reveal this to everyone,
Let's go, let's do it.
the Lamborghini Huracan Sterrato. Wow, look at this. The wheels, the roof rack, the spare wheel.
Yeah.
You and our mutual friend now who has purchased this car.
It's a fabulous car. It's finished in a great military army green, which is called Verde Turbine.
Is this the cyan colour?
Is it what's
No, it's not quite the cyan colour, but it was the launch colour of this car.
Cyan colour was the launch colour, which is Verde Ghia. So it's different,
Okay,
different colour.
slightly different colour.
Yeah. So Verde Turbine, it's a military army green. And we've colour-coded the wheels to match.
Colour-coded wheels, because this is the idea he wanted to go for with this, was to play with the character of the car, right? To make it as raw and capable of going anywhere, doing anything as he possibly could.
Yeah. Well, the owner told me, which made me smile, he wants to be the first person to do 100,000 miles, take it across different continents, take it to Morocco and enjoy it for what it's designed for.
Back here you've got the V10,
Yep.
snorkel, the bespoke roof rails, cage, and you've popped the spare wheel up here.
Yeah, so just to tell you about this, obviously the roof basket is an option. Max weight is 40 kilograms that it will hold. We've got the spare wheel, but unfortunately the tyre is on its way from Italy. So currently it's wearing a Gallardo tyre, just for filming purposes. But it will have the proper tyre in there, which will be a lot more wider. So hopefully it's going to fit.
And this was literally car number one.
100%, it was car number one. It didn't hit the internet because we put it to Topaz to do the paint protection.
So it's full Topaz satin PPF.
Correct.
For the satin paint. It's obviously already had the wheels being done.
Correct.
It's already had you installing everything and fitting everything.
Yeah.
It's like, it's funny, isn't it? Because we've known about it for the last, well, over a month now.
Yeah.
And it's like, boom, here it is.
It's been so exciting. And the lights are quite interesting because when the car arrives, the lights aren't actually wired in. You have to wire them in.
Oh, really?
And they're only obligated for certain countries around the world. So if they're not obligated for that country, they have a black blank there.
Okay.
But obviously in the UK, it's good.
Interesting. Is the car open right now?
I don't believe so. No, it is, sorry.
Open. Perfect.
Noting the Lamborghini puddle lights.
Lamborghini crest puddle lights. But inside, the idea was keep it simple, right?
Correct, yes. It's a mixture of leather and Alcantara. Chris was quite keen to have the nice Rosso Efesto door handles that match the start-stop flap. But very, very kind of usable on the inside. It's not too fancy.
I guess in here, unlike the STO, you actually get some luggage space as well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
Tiny bit.
It's a normal 610 boot, but yeah, it's 610 or Evo.
A tiny bit of space.
Yeah, I can show
This
you.
thing's just, it's crazy, isn't it? It's fun that this exists. One of 1,499.
Correct, yeah, worldwide. And this is, yeah, I don't know how many I'll see this year, maybe 4.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 this year. Total of 8 from here. So yeah, it's a rare derivative, a fun derivative I look forward to people using them.
So obviously, I've seen a couple of Sterratos at different events and things. You've probably spent even more time than I have up close with them.
Yeah.
It's all reinforced.
Correct.
Underneath.
Yeah.
Like solid.
Yeah, I mean, below the engine is a solid stainless pan. So if you're to hit any rocks or anything from the bottom of the car, it is protected. Don't get me wrong, obviously the arches, you know, they're not metal, they are plastic, so stone chips will happen, but then, you know, if you were to damage these, it's easily removed, and this is protecting the paintwork as opposed to the stones or rocks hitting the paint. It's going to hit the black plastic areas.
I think it's going to be fascinating to see what these do get used for.
Yeah.
Because I think there are going to be quite a few owners who take them out and properly give it some.
Yeah, I've got a client who's got a quarry, so I'm looking forward to seeing his videos, which would be fabulous. And I think they need to be driven. I think some of the comments when the PPF was getting done is, oh, it shouldn't be PPF'd, it should be getting chipped. But I kind of feel like, you know, at least with the PPF, it can get dirty, you can leave it, and then you can clean if you need to. Yeah,
you can just get the PPF redone.
Yeah.
Because if you take it through trees and things, people don't really think about this, but of course branches will start scraping down.
Correct, yeah.
It's cool in a way, but it's also cool to know that you can just change that and
100%.
Tear off the film and go again.
But outside it looks 10 out of 10. I think inside with the artificial light it's not as good, but when you see it in natural light, it looks incredible. It just looks, great fun.
Can we go and take a quick look at the other goodies and things?
Yeah, of course.
It's always fun to see that stuff.
Yeah, let's do it. Follow me around. Welcome back to the Ad Personam Pangbourne Lounge. Let me just run through with you all of the bits that come with the new Sterrato. Starting at the back, new car cover. Obviously, it doesn't fit on the car currently, as we've seen.
With the wheel on the top.
Yeah.
All of the goodies. This is part of it, isn't it? It's like Christmas time when you get all the little toys and things that come with the car.
It's when you sit people down to do the paperwork, but they don't want to do the paperwork, they want to get to the car.
Yeah.
But
and then you start pulling out one box, then another box, then another.
Yeah. And they're like, I just want to drive the car. So just so we run through at the back.
Fitted car cover.
Correct. The car has the optional crossbars, the roof bars, where you can put various items on, be it snowboard, skis, mountain bike. Currently we have the roof basket with the wheel that you've seen, but that's just the bag.
That out for different things. Okay, so that's the case to take off.
Correct.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so if you were to take the bars off, but I think it looks great with the bars on, and I mean the crossbars, not the main bars on the car, because they're standard.
They're permanent.
They don't remove. Trickle charger.
Yep.
Which is handy to have if it's not going to be used. This is an interesting one. This is a new one. So with this, the front lights, which are an optional extra on the bumper, are only obligated for certain countries around the world. So if it wasn't to be obligated in that country, they have to put the blanks on.
Okay, so if it's not, makes sense. It's quite fun that they give you this with the covers and with the tool as well.
Yeah, so when the car arrives from the factory, the PDI process is to remove this and to wire the lights, so the lights don't come wired.
Yeah, so it's fun that they give you that. That's cool. That's also new. Yeah,
this is new. This is kind of like the example I'd use as a smartphone screen protector.
Yeah.
But the nice thing with this, it goes in the center infotainment system on the Huracan, and it's got like a Lamborghini hologram on there, but it's like a satin finish, so you don't see fingerprints as much. Which is
nice.
Which is nice.
Yeah, small details.
Correct.
Then, keys.
Correct, yeah, so we have 3 keys. We have the main key, and we've got this nice stitched Lamborghini wallet for the tracker fob.
Yep.
The valet key, the spare tracker fob there, and then in here, just in the nice 60th box, another spare key to potentially go in the safe somewhere.
Because this is actually cool, the 60th anniversary. Every car produced this year has 60th anniversary branding.
Yeah, it's our big anniversary. So yeah, you have your invoice wallet here, which contains all the invoices for the client, spare key, and then this lovely shiny chrome 60th anniversary keyring.
I have keyring envy. It's nice. And in addition to all of that, there's also the 1:18 scale model.
Correct, yeah, which hasn't arrived.
Which is the exact spec of the car.
Yeah, and I just hope the owner doesn't ask me to put a spare wheel on the roof, because that could be different. that could be different.
I know a guy who could get one of those made for you.
Okay.
If you actually wanted to. But because this car was kind of super accelerated through, it's come so early, it's beaten the models.
Yeah, and it jumped a lot of cars. I was actually shocked how early this car arrived. And it was exciting to see it because it was so fresh, but I didn't want to show everybody it, so it was kind of hidden away.
It's kind of been here for the eyes of the few.
Yeah, correct.
And then there are other gifts and things that come down the line as well, aren't there?
Yeah, there's anniversary gifts you receive also. So after 12 months, like its birthday, you'll receive a V10 plaque in the post, which is nice, just to continue the customer program.
It's all that kind of fun stuff. And I know, because we obviously talked about it with my STO, you now add the car to the app, You have all sorts of data and information about it in there. It shows you when you order the car also what's coming. You get the pictures of it being built.
Yep.
All of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
No, it's really good. The Lamborghini Unica app's very good because obviously you can pair to the car with your phone as well, and it can record journeys and other sorts of data. So it's fabulous. Works well.
Nice. Cool little pile of goodies, that.
Yeah.
Back over to show you a few more things. Car just heading out there. Very nice, but we're going to hear this in a moment too. It is very cool with this look. The matching Verde Turbine wheels, including the spare. Obviously, we touched on the lights up front. Quite an unusual thing. Even just having these bolted on arches is quite an unusual detail of this car. This is the standard part of the roof bar, so everyone has this with the Sterrato logo up top. These crossbars are the additional option, and then of course having the basket up top, again with the Sterrato graphic on the very front of it. Another detail back here that we didn't take a look at is this, the satin Verde Turbine logo to match the paint as well. For the Lamborghini logo. The engine obviously being the 610 horsepower version of the 5.2 litre NA V10 in this particular car, with the sun popping out through the showroom windows there as well. And you can possibly hear the champagne being popped in the background to celebrate the delivery of this car today and to be able to take a first full proper look at it really. My car has just emerged from a quick little cleanup. Given the sunshine outside, we need to get a photo going on of the track version of the Huracan and the rally version of the Huracan to get these two side by side, two polar opposites in terms of their spec, in terms of their purpose, in terms of pretty much everything that these Lambos are for. Well, that sounds pretty epic. Full cold start of the V10. That sounds amazing. As I hop step out of the showroom, as the car comes out into daylight now. Not bad, hey? Not bad. Getting some photos just here, outside the front of Lamborghini Pangbourne. Look at this thing. Now we've got to work out where we're putting the cars to try and get some photos of these two together. As I said, two totally different versions of the Lamborghini Huracan, based on the same car, sharing the same headlights. Of course, for the STO, you have the full Fango, the carbon fiber front end, all of the aero, obviously being track focused. You've got the louvers, you've got the big fixed wing at the back, the snorkel for the engine bay cooling, the shark fin, all of the aggressive design on the side, the way you have these pieces, for example, back there, the NACA ducts as well for airflow management, and then my particular spec in the very bright viola bast metallic pink paint with the white wheels and white accents around, very much inspired by my friend James the Stradman. And then you have this, completely different, the matte military green, the rugged off-road look, the rally lights, the arches, the roof rack with the spare wheel. It's quite a cool pair, isn't it? It's a very cool pair. One thing I haven't shown you yet is the plate. Ento who? I don't know who Ento is either. Some mysterious person, but Ento who is apparently the plate worn by this Sterrato. Well, it's time for us to go. Get this started. Still taking the last few photos in front, but we are making our way back towards base in the STO. And we've got the sun back out. While we've been here, it's actually been pouring with rain. And now it's sunny again, which is not something to complain about. Lift system up. I do get confused with the lift system in here because you have to wait for it to be fully up before you pull this again to put it back down. So if you do it too early, it doesn't actually end up dropping, I think. One day I'll work it out. For now, a little bit of country lane fun as we bounce out from here. Yeah, there we go, I failed. Lift back down. There we go. In a very different experience of a car to what the Sterrato will be like. Now, you're probably wondering about the future plans for that car because I haven't really touched on that one yet. You will be seeing a lot more of it. Maybe not today, but stay tuned down the line because I wouldn't be surprised if we get up to some fun and antics with that thing. The other fun thing is that the first time I ever went out in a Lamborghini Huracan was with Craig here on these very roads, literally driving this exact same stretch. And now, of course, here, opening the taps on my own V10 Lambo, the STO. This has been a really cool day, but you know what, like I said earlier, if you like supercar madness, make sure to come to Circuit Zolder on Sunday. Sunday, the 9th of July. There's going to be a lot going on. I look forward to seeing some of you guys there. For today, a big thanks, of course, to the owner of the Sterrato for setting up today. A big thanks to Craig and the team at Lamborghini Pangbourne. But I guess that's it for now. Thank you very much, as always, for your support, guys. It's really appreciated. And I'll see you again for plenty more fun with that particular car very soon. I'll see you then. Cheers.